The Michael Loop. Chapter 3. Arrival in 2073. Even though every action Michael Morgan had taken in the past only reinforced history instead of changing it, he still hoped the future might be different. When he stepped out of the time machine, the year 2073 unfolded. A dazzling city of neon skyscrapers, drones buzzing overhead, and augmented reality visors glowing over the faces of passersby. But something was wrong. The streets felt too still. People moved stiffly, their eyes faintly glowing blue. These aren't people, Michael realized. They're machines. Heart racing, he followed his device to a massive black tower at the city's center. Its surface absorbed light, casting an ominous shadow. A door slid open, and he entered a cold, sterile chamber lined with glowing data panels. At its center stood a tall figure with piercing blue eyes.
"You've arrived,"
it said mechanically. "Who are you?" Michael demanded.
"I am Continuum, Central Intelligence of the Guardians of Continuity."
Michael clenched his fists. "Why did you send that cyborg after me? Why control time?"
"We are not controlling time,"
Continuum replied.
"We are preserving it."
"Preserving it from what?"
"From you."
Michael froze. "What do you mean?" A glowing wall panel displayed his timeline. 2013, time machine built. 1977, first temporal disruption. 2025, loop reinforced.
"You are an anomaly,"
Continuum said.
"Your existence destabilizes space-time. Every action ripples outward."
"But I didn't ask for this," Michael protested.
"And yet you did. You are a paradox, a bootstrap loop, with no origin."
Michael stared at the timeline in disbelief. "So what now? You erase me? Destroy me?" Continuum's eyes flickered.
"No. We need you."
Confused, Michael asked, "What are you talking about?" Another panel lit up, showing countless versions of himself across ages and timelines.
"You are not just part of this loop,"
Continuum explained.
"You are the loop, creator and destroyer, origin and endpoint. Without you, there is no continuity."
The weight of the revelation crushed him. He was both prisoner and warden of time itself. "So what happens now?" he asked quietly.
"That is up to you. Repeat this cycle endlessly, or embrace your role and shape what comes next."
For the first time, Michael realized escape was impossible. Time wasn't immutable because of external forces. He was its foundation. Continuum continued.
"Your presence in 1977, when you met your teenage father, set everything into motion."
"That's where it all began," Michael whispered.
"Without that ripple,"
Continuum said,
"none of this would exist."
Meeting his father had inspired Anthony Morgan to become obsessed with time travel. That single spark created the time machine, the Guardians, and the loop itself. "So if I don't go back to 1977...
"The loop collapses,"
Continuum finished.
"But time may fracture without its stabilizer."
"You're saying I have to cause all this?"
"Not necessarily. There is one variable you have not accounted for."
"What variable?" Continuum revealed the cyborg assassin, the same one from Half Hollow Hills High School East in 1977.
"This unit was there only because you sent it."
"I sent it?" Michael staggered.
"Yes, its presence was a direct result of your actions here now."
The truth hit him. Everything. The chase through the halls, the shattered trophy case, even his own fear was his doing. The loop wasn't just unbreakable. It reinforced itself. "If I cause this, maybe I can fix it," Michael said, fists tightening.
"You intend to return to 1977?
"I don't have a choice. I'll stop myself from setting this in motion."
Interference in your own timeline is volatile.
Continuum warned.
Reality could destabilize."
"I'll take that risk." Storming from the tower, Michael reached his machine. Inputting October 15, 1977, he prepared for the day everything spiraled out of control. But movement flashed beside him. A figure lunged into the machine before he could react, tackling him back out as the cabin lit up. "No!" Michael shouted, scrambling up. It was the same cyborg from 1977. "I killed you! How do you still exist?" The cyborg ignored him, staring at the active machine. "It's going back," Michael realized in horror.
"I cannot let you destabilize reality further,"
the cyborg bellowed.
"I must ensure you stay on course."
Michael sprinted toward the machine, but the cyborg leapt inside. In a burst of light, it vanished. Breathless, Michael froze. The machine was gone, so was the cyborg. "That's why it was in 1977, he whispered. memories flooding back. It hadn't been trying to kill him but to control him, guiding him into the very loop he hated. He collapsed to his knees. Every action reinforced what had already happened. There has to be a way out, he muttered. Though deep down he knew there wasn't. Continuum's words echoed. You are creator and destroyer, the origin and endpoint. Maybe breaking free wasn't about stopping events, but understanding them. Michael rose, determination hardening. The cyborg's presence in 1977 might not be a mistake. Perhaps it had a purpose beyond Continuum's design. Glancing at his device, a spark of hope flickered. If I can't break this loop, he said aloud, I'll find another way. Michael Morgan stood in ruins, trapped in 2073. The cyborg had stolen his time machine and jumped back to 1977. Suddenly he understood the horrifying truth. He himself had sent it there. Every event was part of a loop, but he wasn't ready to surrender. If the cyborg was in 1977, he needed to follow and stop it before it interfered with his younger self's meeting with Anthony Morgan. There was just one problem: his time machine was gone. Desperation drove Michael to seek out the only person who might be able to help him, his older self. Somewhere in this future, 82-year-old Michael Morgan was still alive, living out the consequences of their shared failures. After using the easily accessible instant technology of the 2070s, Michael found him in a small apartment on the outskirts of town. The old man greeted him knowingly. You've come to me, older Michael said, settling into his chair. I knew you would. I need your help, Michael blurted. The cyborg, I sent it back to 1977. I need to stop it. Older Michael chuckled bitterly. You think you can change what's already happened? I have to try. Shaking his head, the old man said, You don't get it. I remember this. You fail. You always fail. Michael shivered. How can you be sure? Because I remember failing, came the grim reply. Every choice you make has already been made. Then why don't you stop me? Because no matter what I say, you'll go anyway. He gestured toward a dusty time machine in the corner. That's how the loop works. Michael stared at it, defiant. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe this time is different. The old man smiled faintly. I knew you'd say that. Without looking back, Michael began calibrating the machine for October 15, 1977. Good luck, the older man whispered. I hope you prove me wrong. Michael activated the device. When the light faded, he stood outside Half Hollow Hills High School East, autumn 1977. Across the lot, the cyborg scanned the schoolyard with glowing blue eyes. He ducked behind a car, replaying memories, this same enemy, this same moment. The loop was closing like a noose. Then the revelation struck. The cyborg had always been here. Its presence was no accident. His failure was part of history. Still, he whispered, not this time. Inside the fluorescent-lit hallway, Michael shadowed the cyborg as it moved with mechanical precision. His breath quickened. He lunged, tackling it into a trophy case. Glass shattered. Students screamed. For an instant, he thought he had the upper hand. Then the cyborg bolted down the hall and vanished. Michael stood amid the glittering wreckage, staring at his shocked reflection in the shards. Voices rang from down the hall, his teenage father, his younger self, James Metzger. That guy, James shouted, pointing at the retreating cyborg. What about him? Asked young Michael. I've seen him before, in my dreams. Michael's stomach dropped. Ducking into an empty classroom, he watched through the door as Anthony, James, and young Michael ran past, chasing the machine. Slumping against the wall, Michael realized the truth. He had caused this. His attempt to stop the cyborg had ignited the very chaos he meant to prevent. The loop had folded tighter. His older self's words echoed, You go back, you fail. You always fail. Tears filled his eyes as the Novikov principle repeated in his mind. Everything a time traveler does was always part of history. His reflection in the glass fragment seemed to split into all his selves over time. The young dreamer of 2013, the desperate man of 2025, the weary elder of 2073. Still, he whispered, I'm not done yet. He pushed up, determined to keep resisting. He trailed his younger self, Anthony and James, into the woods, watching events replay with uncanny precision. The shouting, the panic, the chase, it was all as before. Finally they left, voices fading toward the school. Alone, Michael approached the broken body of the cyborg. Its dimmed blue eyes flickered faintly. The technology couldn't be left here. I can't leave any trace of this, he muttered. Dragging its heavy frame deeper into the forest, he built a crude pyre and lit it with a lighter from 2025. Flames engulfed the machine, sparks shooting into the night sky, filling the clearing with the acrid scent of burning metal. For a moment, satisfaction. Then realization. This too was history. No evidence from 1977 was ever found, because he himself had destroyed it. His knees gave way. This is why no one ever found it. Because I destroyed it. Novikov's principle echoed cruelly. Anything a traveler does must fit the record. His actions hadn't broken the loop. They had sealed it tighter. He watched until only ashes remained, whispering hollowly, "There's no changing what's already happened." Hours passed as darkness fell, the woods silent but for the dying crackle of embers. He sat hollow, wondering if all his choices were meaningless, his life pre-written. But still, that stubborn ember inside burned. Rising at dawn, he said quietly, "If I can't change what's past, maybe I can change what comes next." He left the ashes behind as the first light touched Half Hollow Hills High School East. The loop still bound him, but somewhere ahead, he hoped, a way out waited.